As plans for the human embassy on Veridon took shape, Captain Ethan Clark worked closely with Elder Kiro and Laia, ensuring everything proceeded smoothly. The bond between Earth and Veridon strengthened daily, marked by frequent exchanges of technology and wisdom. One day, news reached Ethan of an important visit from Earth. Officials planned to inspect the progress of the Alliance and observe firsthand the developments Ethan's team had achieved. "This visit is vital," Ethan explained calmly to Laia. "Earth's leadership will see how much we've accomplished together." "We'll show them clearly," Laia replied confidently. "Our cooperation has built something amazing." Preparations for the Earth officials' visit became a city-wide effort. Humans and aliens worked side by side, polishing buildings, organizing displays, and preparing detailed demonstrations of joint technological advancements. Ethan supervised carefully, ensuring every detail reflected their success. The day finally arrived, and the Earth delegation landed smoothly on Veridon. Ethan greeted Ambassador Daniel Hayes warmly, exchanging respectful greetings. Ambassador Hayes appeared genuinely impressed by the bustling city, noting the clear unity between humans and aliens. "Captain Clark, your reports were impressive," Ambassador Hayes admitted openly. "But seeing this alliance firsthand is truly remarkable." "We've built a strong friendship here," Ethan responded earnestly. "Humans and aliens both benefited greatly." Ambassador Hayes nodded thoughtfully. "Show us more." Ethan guided the delegation through the city, highlighting innovations like reinforced shelters, advanced insulation techniques, and cooperative medical programs. Laia demonstrated new climate control technologies, proudly emphasizing how human knowledge had blended perfectly with alien engineering. "Our people learned humility and caution from Captain Clark," Laia explained sincerely. "His team's preparedness saved us multiple times." Ambassador Hayes listened closely, clearly impressed. This partnership sets a standard for interplanetary cooperation. Later, Elder Kiro formally welcomed the Earth officials, expressing heartfelt gratitude for humanity's assistance. "Our alliance proves that respect, understanding, and shared wisdom can overcome even the harshest challenges," Elder Kiro declared warmly. During the visit, an unexpected event occurred. A sudden alarm echoed throughout the city. Ethan reacted instantly, communicating quickly with his team. "What's happening?" Ambassador Hayes asked urgently. "Another severe weather event," Ethan explained swiftly. "But we're fully prepared." With practiced calmness, the city's inhabitants smoothly transitioned into emergency readiness. Shelters quickly opened, and everyone moved inside confidently. The delegation watched amazed as aliens and humans cooperated seamlessly. Ethan coordinated the emergency response effortlessly. Laia stood beside him, calmly managing communications between different groups. Together, they ensured everyone's safety. Within hours, the storm arrived fiercely, plunging temperatures rapidly to extreme lows. Yet, despite the harsh conditions, the city remained stable and secure. Ethan's team had thoroughly trained everyone, and their preparations held strong. "This is extraordinary," Ambassador Hayes commented respectfully, observing the well-organized effort. "We learn through experience," Ethan replied simply, "and through trust in each other." The storm passed quickly, leaving minimal damage due to the effective preparations. As the city resumed normal operations, Ambassador Hayes addressed Ethan seriously. "Captain, your work here has far exceeded our expectations," Ambassador Hayes said sincerely. "You've demonstrated exceptional leadership and humanity's best qualities." "I only did my duty," Ethan responded humbly. "The real credit belongs to everyone here." Ambassador Hayes nodded approvingly. "We will fully support the permanent embassy. Your alliance serves as an example for all future cooperation." The delegation departed soon after, promising further support and resources from Earth. Ethan watched them leave, feeling deeply satisfied with the visit's outcome. That evening, the city celebrated enthusiastically, proud of their accomplishments. Ethan, Laia, and the team joined happily, sharing stories and reflecting on their journey together. We've achieved so much, Laya said warmly, looking around at the joyful gathering. This alliance is truly special, and it will last, Ethan assured her confidently. Our worlds will always stand together. As the celebrations continued, Elder Kiro approached Ethan privately. Captain Clark, your leadership changed our future. Our community wishes to honor you formally. Ethan felt deeply touched. Your friendship and trust are honor enough, Elder Kiro. Nonetheless, accept our gratitude publicly, Elder Kiro insisted kindly. It's important our people see clearly the bond we formed. The following day, a ceremony was held in Ethan's honor. Elder Kiro and Ambassador Hayes, who had joined virtually from Earth, praised Ethan's calm leadership, humility, and dedication. Captain Clark taught us valuable lessons, Elder Kiro stated sincerely. Preparedness, cooperation, and humility now guide us. His leadership made humanity proud, Ambassador Hayes added earnestly. Captain Clark exemplifies the best of us. Ethan accepted the honors humbly, emphasizing teamwork above individual praise. Everything we accomplished, we did together, he explained gently. Our cooperation built our success. As applause filled the air, Ethan felt profoundly grateful. The alliance between Earth and Veridon had grown stronger than ever, rooted in trust, mutual respect, and shared wisdom. He knew this foundation would support them through any future challenges. After the ceremony, Ethan walked quietly through the city streets, reflecting on the incredible journey. Laya joined him shortly after, smiling gently. Captain Clark, she began warmly, you've changed our world. We changed it together, Ethan corrected softly. Our unity is our true achievement. You're right, Laya agreed sincerely. And this unity will inspire others. Ethan nodded thoughtfully, deeply pleased by the idea. This is just the beginning. As they walked together beneath the clear Veridon sky, Ethan felt a deep sense of accomplishment. They had built something lasting, something powerful enough to withstand any future difficulties. The friendship and cooperation between humans and aliens had proven stronger than adversity. Captain Ethan Clark knew confidently that their alliance would endure, a shining example of hope, unity, and strength. The future was bright, secured by their hard work, trust, and shared determination to always stand together. As the official alliance between Earth and Veridon took shape, Captain Ethan Clark's team continued teaching valuable survival and technological lessons to the aliens. The planet thrived again, stronger and more resilient because of their combined efforts. One morning, Ethan was quietly reviewing the daily reports when Laya approached him quickly, concern clear on her face. Captain Clark, we received a distress signal from one of our distant research outposts, Laya said urgently. They've experienced a sudden weather system failure. Ethan immediately understood the seriousness. What's their situation? Their temperature dropped rapidly, Laya explained quickly. They're already below minus 50 degrees Celsius. They need help now. Without hesitation, Ethan called Ryan and Samantha to join him. Within minutes, the small team was ready. Laya joined them. Determined to help her people, they quickly boarded a small transport shuttle equipped with emergency supplies, heaters, blankets, and repair equipment. The shuttle raced across Veridon's icy landscape, heading swiftly toward the research outpost. As they traveled, Ethan studied the incoming data carefully. We have to work quickly. They won't last long at those temperatures, Laya nodded seriously. They're isolated and probably frightened. We'll get to them, Ethan assured her calmly. When the shuttle arrived, Ethan immediately saw how severe the situation was. Ice covered the buildings, and the equipment appeared completely frozen. The team quickly exited the shuttle, carrying emergency gear. Inside the main shelter, a group of aliens huddled together, shivering badly despite their best efforts to stay warm. Ethan moved swiftly, distributing blankets and setting up portable heaters. Samantha quickly checked everyone's health, providing immediate medical care to those suffering most. Ryan examined the damaged heating systems carefully. Captain, their climate control is severely damaged. Repairing it here might be impossible. We'll do our best, Ethan replied firmly, but prepare to move everyone if needed. Ethan organized the aliens, keeping them calm and focused. Laia comforted, her people gently reassuring them they will be safe. As warmth slowly returned to the shelter, the aliens began to recover their strength. Outside, Ryan worked carefully, trying to restore partial power to the heating systems. Zello, who had traveled with them, assisted eagerly. We need more power, Ryan explained urgently. We can redirect some from the shuttle temporarily. I'll handle that, Ethan volunteered immediately, rushing back outside into the bitter cold. Ethan moved quickly, connecting cables and rerouting power carefully. The temperature outside had fallen sharply, now dangerously cold even for humans. Ethan's fingers went numb, but he stayed focused, determined to help the aliens. Finally, the temporary solution worked. Heat surged back into the building, warming the interior quickly. Ryan joined Ethan outside, impressed by his determination. You took a big risk, Ryan said gratefully. We had no choice, Ethan replied calmly. Lives depended on it. Back inside, Samantha confirmed everyone was stable. The aliens thanked Ethan and his team warmly, relief clear on their faces. We need to move everyone back to the main city, Ethan advised Laia firmly. Their system here needs major repairs. Laia agreed without hesitation, helping organize the evacuation. The team worked efficiently, preparing everyone for the return journey. Soon, the shuttle headed back, carrying grateful survivors. Upon returning, Elder Kiro met them, deeply thankful for their quick actions. You saved them, Captain Clark. We owe you again. No thanks needed, Ethan replied sincerely. We're allies and friends. This is what friends do. The next day, Ethan addressed the council again, emphasizing the importance of establishing reliable emergency communication and transportation. Between remote outposts and the central city, Elder Kiro listened. Carefully, agreeing fully, plans began immediately, ensuring such emergencies would never endanger lives again. Ethan, Laia, Ryan, and Samantha oversaw the development of new communication networks and shuttle routes, designed for rapid response and rescue. As the weeks passed, the alliance continued to strengthen. Human and alien technicians exchanged ideas and methods, creating innovative solutions to potential future crises. Ethan felt pride seeing their collaboration flourish, knowing their unity made both worlds stronger. One clear afternoon, Ethan walked through the city, reflecting quietly. Laia joined him, sensing his thoughtful mood. Your thoughts seem heavy today, Laia noted gently. Not heavy, Ethan corrected with a soft smile. Just amazed at how far we've come. It's true, Laia agreed warmly. Your team changed us forever. We changed each other, Ethan replied earnestly. Our alliance proves that cooperation and respect are powerful. Laia paused thoughtfully. We must never forget these lessons. We won't, Ethan assured her. Our bond will only grow stronger. As they walked together, Ethan observed aliens and humans interacting happily. Zello excitedly explained new technology to Ryan, and Samantha trained alien medics carefully. Everywhere, signs of cooperation and mutual respect were clear. Ethan felt deeply satisfied, knowing that even in difficult times, their teamwork had saved lives and created lasting bonds. Their efforts had not only protected Veridon, but had set an example for other worlds. Late that evening, Elder Kiro summoned Ethan again. This time, the elder spoke quietly and with great seriousness. Captain Clark, your team has truly become part of our community. But we know Earth needs your leadership as well. We propose building a permanent embassy here, where humans can stay indefinitely to share knowledge continuously. Ethan felt deeply honored by the suggestion. This would be an incredible step forward, Elder Kiro. Earth will be proud to support it. We trust you to represent us in discussions with your leaders, Elder Kiro continued respectfully. I promise I will, Ethan replied firmly. Our worlds will remain close friends. Returning to his quarters later, Ethan considered everything they had achieved. The challenges they faced had forged powerful friendships and valuable understanding. Laya's words echoed clearly in his mind. We must never forget these lessons. Ethan knew they wouldn't. As he prepared his official report for Earth, he carefully highlighted the importance of humility, cooperation, and mutual respect. These values had saved Veridon and created an enduring alliance. As night settled peacefully over the city, Ethan looked out at the quiet streets below. He felt hopeful and deeply grateful. Through challenges and cooperation, humans and aliens had built an unbreakable bond. Captain Ethan Clark smiled softly to himself, knowing they had set the stage for a brighter, united future, a future in which humans and aliens stood firmly side by side, ready to face any challenge together. Ellie felt relieved after successfully addressing the misunderstanding on the neighboring planet. The experience brought new confidence to her teaching. Her students continued to grow, especially Rylos, who became a leader in promoting understanding among classmates. Yet, despite the calm, Ellie knew the peace they enjoyed needed constant care. One evening, Ambassador Cole asked Ellie and Sam to meet privately. His expression was serious as they gathered in his office. Ellie, Sam, Cole began carefully. Our recent experience showed clearly the importance of careful communication. However, we've received information that another group of humans plans to visit Varelia soon. They're scientists studying alien cultures, but their methods can sometimes cause misunderstandings. Ellie listened closely, understanding the concern. Do you think their visit might disrupt our progress here? Cole nodded slowly. Exactly. Their approach is direct, sometimes insensitive. We must ensure their visit doesn't harm our trust with the Varelians. Sam looked worried. What can we do? Ellie, I want you to lead the preparations for their visit, Cole replied firmly. Teach them carefully about our experiences here. Sam, help Ellie ensure their visit is respectful and mindful of local customs. Ellie and Sam agreed quickly, understanding their important role clearly. The next day, Ellie began preparing the visiting scientists through remote communication. She spoke openly and simply, explaining how important careful and respectful communication was to maintaining peace. The scientists listened politely, but seemed skeptical of Ellie's cautious approach. Dr. Lena Harper, the lead scientist, responded bluntly, Instructor Carter, we appreciate your advice, but our methods are direct because honesty is vital. Isn't it better to speak openly without filtering? Ellie answered calmly, Honesty is essential, Dr. Harper, but understanding the culture you're speaking with is equally important. Communication must be clear yet sensitive. Dr. Harper considered Ellie's words thoughtfully, but remained doubtful. Days passed quickly, and soon the scientists arrived on Varelia. Ellie, Sam, and Ambassador Cole greeted them warmly, immediately guiding them through careful introductions with local leaders and elders. The scientists followed Ellie's advice, initially cautious and respectful. However, during a public session, Dr. Harper's team became overly direct, openly questioning sensitive cultural beliefs. The local community became visibly uncomfortable. Ellie quickly intervened, gently redirecting the discussion to maintain calm. After the session, Ellie approached Dr. Harper privately. Lena, we discussed the importance of sensitive communication. These questions must be asked gently, with careful context. Dr. Harper sighed deeply. Ellie, I understand your concern. But if we avoid difficult questions, aren't we failing to build true understanding? Ellie nodded thoughtfully. Difficult questions must be asked, but timing and respect matter greatly. Understanding is built carefully, not forced. Dr. Harper finally agreed, seeing clearly Ellie's point. You're right, Ellie. I'll guide my team to communicate more gently. In the following days, the scientists improved, approaching conversations carefully and respectfully. Their sensitivity helped rebuild trust. Ellie felt relieved, seeing her guidance had helped again. However, Ellie noticed a new concern arising among her students. Rylos appeared troubled once more, quiet during classes and less involved in discussions. Ellie approached him after class, worried. "Rylos, is something bothering you again?" she asked gently. Rylos hesitated before replying softly. "Instructor, Ellie, watching Dr. Harper's team made me think again about humans. If humans still struggle with communication among themselves, will they truly remain peaceful with other species?" Ellie understood his fear deeply. "Humans aren't perfect, Rylos. We continually learn from mistakes. Struggles within our own species teach us the value of patience and understanding with others." Rylos seemed comforted but still uncertain. "Will humans always choose peace?" Ellie spoke warmly and honestly. "We can't guarantee perfection, Rylos, but humans now understand deeply the cost of conflict. We choose peace daily, remembering clearly our past mistakes." Rylos nodded thoughtfully, clearly reassured by Ellie's openness. A few days later, Ambassador Cole called another meeting. Ellie and Sam attended, curious about new developments. "We have good news," Cole announced warmly. Dr. Harper's team successfully completed their visit with improved sensitivity. The local leaders expressed their appreciation. "This strengthens our relationship further." Ellie felt immense relief. "That's wonderful news, Ambassador." Sam smiled warmly. "It shows clearly how important careful communication truly is." Cole nodded, pleased. "Indeed. This experience reinforces our mission. Ellie, your guidance helped significantly." Ellie returned to teaching, proud of her students' growth and her colleagues' efforts. Yet she remained watchful, understanding that maintaining peace required ongoing commitment. Weeks passed quietly, but Ellie felt an underlying tension building again within her students. Some quietly questioned human intentions once more, influenced by Dr. Harper's initial blunt approach. One afternoon, Ellie addressed the class openly. "I understand some of you are troubled again by questions about humanity. Remember, honest and careful conversation helps us understand clearly. I encourage you to share openly." Rylos spoke first, clearly worried. "Instructor Ellie, how can we fully trust humans if they still struggle among themselves?" Ellie responded calmly and openly. "Trust doesn't mean humans must be perfect, Rylos. Trust means believing in our sincere commitment to peace, despite mistakes. Humans work hard every day to remain peaceful." The students listened closely. Reassured by her gentle honesty after class, Ellie approached Rylos privately again. "Rylos, your questions help all of us learn and grow. Keep asking openly, even when it's difficult." Rylos smiled softly, clearly comforted. "Thank you, Instructor Ellie. Your honesty helps greatly." That evening, Ambassador Cole visited Ellie. Again, his expression warm. "Ellie, the Varelian leaders requested another special session. They specifically asked you to lead it. They trust your careful guidance deeply." Ellie felt honored yet humble. "I'll do my very best, Ambassador." The next day, Ellie stood before the Varelian leaders again, calm yet aware of the session's importance. She spoke openly about humanity's continuous journey toward peace, emphasizing honesty, patience, and constant learning. Elder Nilo responded warmly. "Instructor Ellie, your sincerity reassures us deeply. We see humans clearly striving for lasting peace. Thank you for guiding us carefully through difficult truths." Ellie felt deeply grateful. "Thank you, Elder Nilo. Mutual understanding and trust require ongoing effort. We remain committed to this journey together." Returning to the academy, Ellie reflected deeply. Her experiences taught her clearly that teaching peace was more than sharing history. It required patience, honesty, and ongoing dedication. Her students, especially Rylos, showed her daily the importance of open communication. Ellie drifted to sleep, feeling hopeful and determined, believing deeply in humanity's ongoing effort to maintain the peace they worked so diligently to build. As the days passed, Planet Veridon slowly recovered from the extreme weather events. The cooperation between humans and aliens had grown stronger than ever. Captain Ethan Clark's team became trusted advisors in the alien city, known for their calm and practical solutions. One morning, Laia approached Ethan with a thoughtful expression. "Captain Clark, our council wishes to speak with you." Ethan nodded respectfully. "Of course, Laia. I'll join you immediately." Together, Ethan and Laia walked through the city. The buildings showed signs of repair, and life had returned to a sense of normalcy. Aliens greeted Ethan warmly, showing clear gratitude for his team's help. Inside the council hall, Ethan stood before the alien leaders. Laia sat beside him, offering quiet support. The council's leader, Elder Kiro, a wise and dignified alien with silver skin, spoke calmly. "Captain Clark, your presence on Veridon has saved many lives," Elder Kiro began sincerely. "Our community owes much to you and your team." Ethan inclined his head humbly. "We are honored to help, Elder Kiro. It's our duty and privilege." "We understand your mission here was originally scientific," Elder Kiro continued thoughtfully. "But circumstances have changed. We wish to learn more about human technology and wisdom, so our people never suffer like this again." "We gladly offer our knowledge," Ethan responded warmly. "Working together benefits everyone." "Excellent," Elder Kiro replied, clearly pleased. "We ask that you help train our technicians and scientists. Laia will lead this cooperation." Laia smiled brightly at Ethan, clearly excited by the opportunity. Ethan nodded with sincere respect. "It will be my pleasure." In the following weeks, Ethan, Ryan, and Samantha shared human survival techniques with the aliens. They taught them how to build stronger shelters, insulate their homes effectively, and prepare emergency supplies. Laia and Zilo learned eagerly, mastering human methods quickly. One afternoon, Ethan watched proudly as Laia demonstrated insulation techniques to other aliens. She had become an effective leader, admired by her community for bridging the gap between their species. "You've learned quickly," Ethan praised warmly after the training session. "Only because you teach well," Leah replied modestly. "You humans truly understand survival," Ethan smiled gently. "We learn from experience. Earth has faced many challenges." Laia considered this thoughtfully. "Perhaps our people became too dependent on technology. We forgot basic wisdom." "Technology is good," Ethan agreed, "but it's always wise to prepare for when it might fail." Their conversation was interrupted as Samantha approached urgently. "Captain, our weather sensors show another storm forming. It's not as severe, but we must prepare quickly." Ethan acted immediately, gathering the team and informing Elder Kiro. The aliens, now well-trained, calmly prepared shelters and emergency supplies without panic. Ethan felt pride as he watched their careful, organized response. When the storm arrived, the city remained calm and safe. The temperature dropped sharply again, but everyone knew exactly what to do. Shelters held firm, heaters functioned perfectly, and the alien community supported one another without fear. Afterward, Elder Kiro praised Ethan openly. "Your training made us strong, Captain. We faced this storm confidently." "You did the real work," Ethan replied kindly. "We only shared our knowledge." "Knowledge shared is a powerful gift," Elder Kiro said wisely. "Your people have become true friends to Veridon." That night, a celebration was held in the city square, honoring the humans. Bright lights and joyful music filled the air. Aliens and humans mingled happily, sharing stories and laughter. Ethan stood beside Laia, enjoying the peace and friendship around them. "You changed our world, Captain Clark," Laia said sincerely. "We changed it together," Ethan corrected gently. "Your openness to learn made it possible." Nearby, Ryan and Zilo chatted enthusiastically about future technological collaborations. Samantha demonstrated human medical techniques, drawing interested crowds. Ethan felt deep satisfaction watching these bonds form, knowing their teamwork had created lasting unity. As the evening continued, Elder Kiro approached Ethan quietly. "Captain, there is another matter we wish to discuss." "Of course, Elder," Ethan responded respectfully. "We want to establish a permanent exchange of knowledge between our worlds. Elder Kiro explained seriously. "We wish humans to always be welcome on Veridon, and for our people to learn on Earth." Ethan felt honored and touched by the proposal. "I'm certain Earth will gladly agree. Mutual understanding is essential for peace." "Exactly," Elder Kiro said warmly. "Your presence taught us humility, cooperation, and respect. And we learn from you as well," Ethan added sincerely. As the celebration ended, Ethan stood thoughtfully beside Laya, gazing at the peaceful city. "We've built something special here," Ethan said quietly. "We have," Laya agreed warmly. "Friendship and cooperation that will last." Ethan nodded, feeling deep gratitude. This is only the beginning. In the days that followed, plans for an official alliance between Earth and Veridon took shape. Ethan and his team began preparing detailed reports to share with Earth's leadership, outlining their successful cooperation. Laya eagerly helped, ensuring accuracy and clarity. As they worked together, Ethan often reflected on the incredible journey. What began with misunderstanding and skepticism had blossomed into a powerful partnership. Humans and aliens now trusted and respected each other deeply. One clear evening, Ethan stood quietly outside, watching the stars. Laya joined him, thoughtful and calm. "What are you thinking about, Captain?" she asked softly. "About how far we've come," Ethan replied gently. "And how far we can still go. Together?" Laya asked hopefully. "Together?" Ethan confirmed warmly. As the cool night surrounded them, Ethan felt a deep sense of accomplishment and hope. He knew that their cooperation on Veridon would inspire others, proving that respect, humility, and shared wisdom could overcome any challenge. And with the bright stars shining above, Captain Ethan Clark knew that this was indeed only the beginning of an extraordinary partnership between humanity and their new friends on Veridon. After the crisis beneath Veridon's surface, life gradually returned to normal in the alien city. Captain Ethan Clark and his team continued their work, quietly helping the aliens recover. The relationship between humans and aliens had improved greatly, marked by mutual respect and friendship. Laya frequently met with Ethan, fascinated by human ways. She asked many questions about Earth's past and how humans developed such resilience. Ethan shared stories of humanity's struggle with natural disasters and how they had learned to survive even in harsh conditions. One evening, as the sun set gently over the recovering city, Laya and Ethan sat together discussing human history. Laya listened carefully, her eyes bright with interest. "Your species is remarkable," Laya said earnestly. "You adapt to challenges so quickly." "We learned through many hardships," Ethan replied kindly. "It wasn't easy, but each generation became stronger." "I wish we had known this sooner," Laya said thoughtfully. "Perhaps our people wouldn't have suffered so much." "The important thing is we know now," Ethan comforted her. "We're ready if anything else happens." As they spoke, Samantha approached them, holding a datapad. "Captain Laya," Samantha began softly, "our sensors indicate another weather event forming. This one might be even stronger." Ethan took the pad calmly, studying the information carefully. "How severe?" "Worse than before," Samantha said, her voice serious. "Temperatures could reach -80 degrees Celsius." Laya gasped softly, clearly frightened. Ethan immediately reassured her, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. "We'll handle this," Ethan said firmly. "Together." Laya nodded bravely. "What should we do first?" Ethan gathered his team and quickly explained the situation. Ryan suggested reinforcing shelters and adding extra insulation, while Samantha began organizing medical supplies and emergency heaters. The aliens worked closely with the humans, learning rapidly how to protect themselves. Buildings were insulated with thick materials, and new heating systems were set up, combining human methods with alien technology. Zelo, once skeptical, now eagerly worked alongside Ryan, impressed by the efficiency of human methods. "This insulation technique is simple yet very effective," Zelo admitted respectfully. "Sometimes simple solutions are best," Ryan replied warmly. As the city prepared, the temperature began dropping quickly. The skies turned dark and threatening. Strong winds blew fiercely, causing fear among the aliens. Ethan moved calmly among them, providing guidance and reassurance. Stay inside, Ethan instructed firmly. Stay warm and stay together. When the temperature reached minus 60 degrees Celsius again, the reinforced shelters remained warm and secure. But Ethan knew the hardest test was still ahead. Hours later, Ethan stood beside Laia, monitoring conditions closely. We're nearly at minus 70 degrees now, Laia said anxiously. Can we really withstand this? We can, Ethan reassured her gently. Trust in our preparations. Suddenly, an alarm sounded loudly. Samantha hurried over, her eyes wide with concern. Captain, one of the shelters is losing heat. Which one? Ethan asked urgently. Shelter 7, Samantha said quickly. Many aliens are inside. I'll go, Ethan announced immediately. Laia grabbed his arm gently, looking worried. Let me come, Laia said firmly. They're my people. Ethan nodded respectfully. Stay close. Together, Ethan, Laia, and Ryan hurried through the bitter cold toward Shelter 7. Their breath froze instantly, and the air stung their skin. Using portable heaters and thick blankets, they fought through the icy wind until reaching the damage. Shelter. Inside, the aliens were frightened and shivering, huddled together for warmth. Ethan calmly organized everyone, quickly assessing the problem. The insulation has a breach, Ryan shouted urgently. I can fix it, but it will take time. Do it, Ethan said decisively. We'll keep everyone warm in the meantime. Ethan and Laia distributed extra blankets and heaters, working quickly to help each alien stay warm. Laia spoke soothingly to her people, encouraging them to remain calm. Slowly, their fear began to fade. Outside, Ryan repaired the insulation carefully, his fingers numb from the cold. Zelo appeared suddenly, bringing extra tools. Let me help, Zelo said firmly. Gladly, Ryan replied warmly, grateful for his friends. Support. Working together, they fixed the breach quickly, restoring heat to the shelter. Ethan sighed with relief, knowing they had prevented disaster once again. Back at the main control room, Samantha monitored the city's overall condition. She noticed something unusual. Captain, Samantha radioed urgently, there's strange seismic activity beneath the city again. Can it affect us now? Ethan asked quickly. Yes, Samantha replied. We might face additional risks. Ethan shared the news calmly with Laia and the others. Laia appeared frightened again, but remained strong. We have to check the underground systems. Again, Ethan said firmly. It might be dangerous. We trust you, Laia replied bravely. Let's do what's needed. Ethan formed another small team, including Ryan, Zelo, Laia, and several other capable aliens. They prepared quickly and set off once again into the dark, frozen tunnels beneath the city. This time, the tunnels were even colder and ice-covered. Nearly everything. Ethan guided the group cautiously, staying alert to every potential danger. Samantha monitored their progress carefully from above. After a long journey, they reached the core system control room once again. This time, the situation was even worse. The ground shook violently beneath their feet. Quick, Ethan urged calmly. We must stabilize the system before it's too late. Ryan and Zelo worked urgently, making rapid repairs. Ethan and Laia helped by clearing ice and providing necessary tools. The shaking increased, and Ethan knew they had very little time. Almost there, Ryan shouted confidently. Hold on. With seconds to spare, they stabilized the core system, and the shaking slowly stopped. The tunnels grew calm again. You did it, Laia whispered gratefully. We did it, Ethan corrected gently, smiling warmly. Returning to the surface, they found the city still safe, shelters secure and warm. Ethan stood proudly, knowing they had faced another crisis together and emerged stronger. That night, as the Storm finally passed and temperatures rose slightly. Ethan, Laia, and the team gathered quietly, reflecting on their achievements. Humans have taught us strength and resilience, Laia said sincerely. We're grateful. We learn from you too, Ethan replied warmly. Together, we're unbeatable. As Veridon slowly recovered once more, Ethan Clarke felt deep pride. Humans and aliens had truly become friends, proving cooperation was their greatest strength. Captain Ethan Clarke stood calmly in the now icy city of Veridon. The aliens around him shivered despite their blankets, confused and frightened. Ethan watched as Laia and Zelo worked urgently on a nearby console, trying desperately to restore the climate control systems. Their faces showed distress clearly, and Ethan felt deep sympathy for them. Captain, Samantha Cole called quietly, holding a small instrument in her hand. The temperature is now at minus 40 degrees Celsius. It's dropping quickly, Ethan nodded thoughtfully. We need to do more. The blankets will help, but this cold will become dangerous soon. Ryan Hart approached, looking serious. Their entire grid is unstable. It seems like something from deep within the planet itself is affecting their system. Could it be geological? Ethan asked calmly. Maybe, Ryan said, shaking his head. But whatever it is, it's happening fast. Ethan moved towards Laia and Zelo, gently interrupting their frantic work. Laia, Zelo, we should consider moving everyone into fewer buildings. Laia looked uncertain. You think gathering together is wise? Yes, Ethan said firmly. We humans learned long ago that shared warmth can save lives. If your heating systems are failing, people will survive better together. Laia nodded, trusting his wisdom. I'll organize it immediately. Quickly, Ethan and his team joined the aliens in moving people into several large central buildings. Everyone carried blankets, sharing warmth and comfort. Still, the temperature continued falling, and the air became painfully cold. Hours later, Ethan saw a new issue arising. The alien community was not accustomed to extreme cold, and they had never experienced such a harsh climate before. Many were weak and suffering greatly. Captain, we need additional heating, Laia said desperately. Blankets alone are not enough. We have portable heaters, Ethan replied calmly. Ryan, Samantha, let's bring out our emergency heaters. The humans set up small, efficient heaters around the buildings. Ryan carefully checked each device, ensuring they functioned perfectly. The warmth gradually spread, easing the pain and fear among the aliens. Ethan moved quietly among them, offering reassuring smiles and calm words. Your people are very resourceful, Zelo said softly, wrapped tightly in his blanket. I apologize for mocking your ways. No apologies needed. Ethan replied kindly. We're all learning from each other today. Outside, the world had become a frozen, icy place. Trees and plants turned brittle, shattering in the wind. Ice formed quickly, coating buildings in glittering frost. Ethan knew the situation was serious, but he kept calm, showing strength to the worried aliens. Captain Clarke, Laia called urgently. From across the room, we've discovered the source of the issue. It's geothermal instability beneath the planet's surface. Ethan hurried to her side, looking at the data on the screen. Can it be stabilized? Perhaps, Laia said uncertainly. But it requires going underground to repair our core energy systems. It is dangerous. We'll help, Ethan said confidently. Humans have experience in difficult conditions. Laia hesitated, clearly grateful yet worried. Are you sure? We came here to help, Ethan assured her. Show us the way. Quickly, a small team formed, including Ethan, Ryan, Samantha, Laia, and Zelo. Wrapped in thick human blankets and carrying portable heaters, they headed towards the underground access point. Laia led them to a large hatch, which opened to reveal a dark tunnel leading deep underground. The core system control is far below, Laia explained nervously. The tunnels are cold and dangerous. Stay close, Ethan advised calmly, shining his flashlight ahead. We'll make it through together. The group carefully moved forward, stepping over icy surfaces and frozen equipment. The deeper they went, the colder it got. Ice formed on walls, and breath froze quickly in the air. Samantha checked her instruments constantly. Temperature now minus 60 degrees Celsius, she said softly. We need to hurry, Ethan urged gently, ensuring no one felt panic. After a long journey, the group reached a huge control room filled with frozen equipment. Laia quickly approached the main console, working swiftly with Zelo's help. Ryan moved beside them, using human tools to repair damaged cables and circuits. Ethan stood watch, quietly ensuring everyone remained safe and focused. He felt pride, seeing humans and aliens working together so well, overcoming their differences for a common goal. Almost there, Laia announced, her voice filled with hope. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed through the chamber. Everyone froze in place, eyes wide with fear. Ethan quickly pointed his flashlight upward, seeing the roof starting to buckle under the extreme cold. Move quickly, Ethan shouted, guiding everyone to safety as ice and debris fell around them. They took shelter beneath a reinforced overhang, watching in horror as equipment was crushed beneath falling ice. We've lost the main controls, Laia whispered, clearly devastated. We can still fix this, Ethan reassured her gently. Humans always find another way. There's an emergency bypass deeper inside, Zelo said suddenly. But it's colder and riskier. Lead the way, Ethan said firmly, determined to see the mission through. Moving carefully, the group entered an even colder passage, clutching their blankets tightly. Samantha monitored the temperature quietly, clearly worried. Ryan carried portable heaters, setting them up as temporary warming stations along their path. At last, they reached a secondary control area. Zelo and Laia quickly went to work. There, fingers shaking from cold, Ethan and Ryan helped stabilize damaged systems, and soon the equipment hummed back to life. Systems are restarting, Laia reported hopefully. We're regaining control. Slowly, temperatures began to stabilize. The tunnels warmed slightly, ice melting from the walls. Ethan felt relief wash over him as the alien sighed gratefully. Your persistence saved us, Zelo said earnestly, turning to Ethan. Our teamwork saved us, Ethan corrected kindly. We're stronger together. Carefully, they returned to the surface where the situation was improving rapidly. The alien community welcomed them warmly, thankful and relieved. Ethan smiled gently, pleased that their human tools and methods had once again proved invaluable. Captain, Laia said sincerely, you have taught us a powerful lesson about humility and cooperation. We all learned today, Ethan replied warmly, and together we overcame the impossible. And as warmth slowly returned to planet Verdun, Captain, Ethan Clarke knew their partnership had grown stronger. Humans and aliens now stood united, understanding each other better than ever.